What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City video. Today we are going to be doing the match review, analysis and reaction to the Premier League victory for Manchester City away from home against Brighton and Hove Albion at the Amex Stadium. But before I crack on with this video, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content, you want to help to support my channel, then do subscribe, press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. Aiming for 21k subscribers, less than 400 subs away, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. Social media links in the description below and sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. Email also in the description below too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. Leave a thumbs up as well if you do enjoy this video, and do let me know your thoughts of this victory in the comments below. Lastly, this video is sponsored, and I'm calling on all men.
This video is brought to you by Manscaped.com, the premium global brand for men's grooming and hygiene products. Manscaped provide the best tools, equipment and liquids for every body part. They have been kind enough to send me the new Lawnmower 4.0. The Lawnmower 4.0 is a cordless trimmer with a wireless charging system, providing 90 minutes on one full charge on the lithium-ion battery. The trimmer has LED lights on the front to show battery life, and also on the trimmer for a more precise shave. Ceramic blades with skin-safe technology are provided to help reduce nicks and cuts. 4 trimmer guard options are also available to customize your hair length. The Lawnmower 4.0 is waterproof, allowing for easy cleanup. A new travel lock feature is built in to prevent vibrations whilst on the go. So come and join me and 2 million other men worldwide who trust Manscaped when it comes to keeping yourself clean and tidy. Use code JSGC20 for 20% off and free worldwide shipping.
Thank you very much to Manscaped for sponsoring this video. If you want to head over to manscaped.com and at checkout use code JSGC20 for 20% off and free worldwide shipping. Let's crack on with this video. So, a really good victory, this one, for Manchester City. First half for us was excellent. Nothing short of excellent. We had a really good game in our last game in the Champions League against Club Brugge away from home. That was a constant 90 minutes and on it. With this game, the first half, we continued to match that level, and we ended up scoring 3 goals. It was ridiculous. We ended up having 9 shots on target in the first half. We could have had, if we were clinical enough, 4 or 5 goals, but the 3 goals that we had, I was confident that that was enough for us to win the game, which ultimately was the telling factor in this game. So our goals came about in the first half, firstly through Ilkay Gundogan, following in from Bernardo Silva. It was a challenge on the goalkeeper which was causing the most controversy in this goal. It was Gabriel Jesus. Goalkeeper Sanchez needs to be stronger. He can clatter into the player if he wants to, as long as he takes the ball cleanly. He takes the ball cleanly and then falls into the back of Gabriel Jesus, then loses control of the ball. In my opinion, goalkeepers do get too much protection. He needs to be stronger. He isn't. Bernardo Silva with a beautifully hooked across ball over his head, and there's Ilkay Gundogan following in at the right place at the right time. In for Kevin De Bruyne as well, getting himself a goal on his return. Things you like to see. Now, City could already have been 1-0 ahead before that goal, with Gabriel Jesus chipping over the goalkeeper. I think it was Lewis Dunk making a goal line clearance, and goal line technology in full force here, saying it didn't cross the line. And it didn't, and so a really good goal line clearance there by Lewis Dunk. Now, Manchester City did make it 2-0 through Phil Foden. It was an assist this time for Jack Grealish. Phil Foden had a brilliant game for Manchester City in this game. And it's good for Phil Foden to be able to get back onto the score sheet. Manchester City, the good thing is, once we went 1-0 ahead, continued to push, continued to work to try and get that killer second goal. And we did, and we got it by the 28th minute. It was a game where I wasn't expecting too many opportunities, and Manchester City were freely getting opportunities. We were just carving through Brighton like knife through butter. It was all too easy for Manchester City. 31st minute, the game was done. Phil Foden once more finding the back of the net via a deflection from a shot from Gabriel Jesus, which worked its way past Sanchez in goal and made it 3-0 Manchester City as we went in at half-time. We was all thinking about cricket scores, how this could be 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe even more if Manchester City were completely on it. But in the second half, to give credit to Brighton. They were brilliant. They brought on Tariq Lamptey, who I thought was fantastic in the second half. He came on in the 57th minute for Dan Burn. I'm not too sure why Lamptey didn't start in this game, but Brighton were pushing forward. They were making things happen. They weren't showing the respect to Manchester City like they were in the first half. They were taking the game to Manchester City, even at 3-0 down. They were working to try and work their way back into the game to get that goal to give them a glimmer of hope. And Brighton were brilliant. They had a couple of really good opportunities. If they were feeling clinical in front of goal, they could have worked their way back into this game. They had a couple of really good shots, but were both straight at Ederson in goal, and so the saves were very comfortable for Ederson to make. Either side of the goalkeeper and questions could have been asked, but instead they ended up needing to go back to their substitute bench, so they brought on Mac Allister. He came on, and of course then we're leaning into that penalty incident, so let's speak about it. Now, Brighton managed to get themselves a goal back through Mac Allister, who came on in the 81st minute from the penalty spot. Ederson gets a really good hand onto it, but can't keep it out. It ends up going into the back of the net, into the corner, and made it 3-1. Now let's talk about the penalty. It was just a direct pass played through. Not too sure why Ederson was sliding in. He wasn't really that close to the ball, and his arm sliding in, albeit he doesn't grab or anything. It's just a contact with his arm onto his leg, and goes down, and the penalty is awarded. Now, I was a bit iffy about it when I first saw it in real play. Watching it back on the highlights, to me, it's a stone wall penalty. It's a silly thing for Ederson to be getting involved in. The ball was going out of play. Didn't need to get involved in that, and that was a really cheap penalty given away. And there goes our clean sheet once more, where Ederson will be looking for the Golden Glove. It's disappointing to concede, considering how well we played in the first half, but it was no more than what Brighton deserved. They deserved that goal. However, to me, that goal should not have stood. There was a clear and obvious offside in the build-up to that goal. Inconsistencies with VAR. Lots of Brighton fans have been speaking about Kevin Friend and saying that he didn't think he had a very good game. He was very biased towards Manchester City. To me, pretty ludicrous. To me, that penalty should have been chalked off. That's no fault of Kevin Friend. That's VAR having a look at it. Don't really know why it's not pulled play back to the offside if there's something leading up to an incident that's going to involve a goal. Honestly, I've seen penalties chalked off for something similar like that before, so I don't really understand why that wasn't chalked off. But again, that wasn't Kevin Friend at fault. And if I was to have maybe a little moan about the referee, Joao Cancelo went into the book, Kyle Walker went into the book with, well, to me, were both probably yellow card challenges, but it was their first challenge. Adam Lallana made numerous challenges before he ended up going into the book, and how it was waiting until the 70th minute for Lallana to go into the book is completely beyond me, with cynical fouling, tactical fouling, and basically just steamrolling through Manchester City's entire team. And I don't really understand how he only went into the book in the 70th minute, considering it was, like I said, Walker and Cancelo's first challenge. So there we go. But all in all, I didn't think the referee had a bad game. I can understand why a penalty was given. It was a penalty. And yeah, everything else with the offside and the build-up was down to VAR rather than the referee. So I found it a bit strange why Brighton were having a look at the referee. They haven't lost this game by 4-1 due to the referee. They've lost it due to being pretty clumsy in possession in the build-up play in the first half, where Manchester City were finding it all too easy to find space and to work the ball around them. All too easy. And I didn't think Brighton played a very bad game in the first half. They had 48% possession in the first half, and they continued that in the second half as well. And actually go and look at the stats, and you'll see it was a pretty close game. And actually Brighton played a very good game, and certainly not a scoreline that reflects how well Brighton played in Manchester City winning this game by 4-1. Now, let's move on to City's final goal. Came in added time in the 94th minute. Came via Riyad Mahrez once more, find himself another goal, this time an assist for Phil Foden, who was trying his hardest, bless him. Probably better options out there for him to square the ball across or pass the ball. He was working hard, trying to get his hat-trick. It wasn't to be. He did get himself an assist, though. So if you've got Phil Foden in your fantasy team, a couple of goals and assists, you're going to take that every single day of the week, and completed an emphatic 4-1 victory for Manchester City, which to me now solidifies Chelsea, Manchester City and Liverpool as more than likely being the top three for the rest of the season. Brighton, currently sitting in 4th at the time of me recording this video, have showcased their quality, and if I was a Brighton fan, I'd take a lot of positives away from this game, and if I was a Brighton players as well, I'd be taking lots of positives away, because they certainly didn't play a bad game. I watch Manchester City week in, week out, and I know how well some of our teams can play against us, and Brighton has been right up there as being one of the best taking the game to us, particularly in that second half. They were brilliant. First half, though, that's where the problems were, and City were finding it all too easy to carve them apart, and quite simply, with the quality that City have got, you can't be doing that, home or away. Now, one last note, Brighton fans, if you're watching this, why was you booing Jack Grealish? I really don't understand that. I found that very strange. You aren't the first club to do that either. I can maybe understand Aston Villa doing that with him leaving them, and they weren't happy about it. But everyone else, I'm not too sure why. You started from the first whistle. It wasn't like he'd done anything to upset the fans in the game. So I'm genuinely curious as to why you was booing Jack Grealish. I'm going to presume that it's because he's a £100 million signing that's signed for Manchester City, and he's left Aston Villa, and he plays for England, and it's a nice easy scapegoat to be targeted. I'm baffled by it. Genuinely am baffled by it. But job done for Manchester City, 3 points. We've got the Carabao Cup coming up now against West Ham away, another difficult game for us to go and comprehend as we move on to our next game. Brighton are taking on Leicester away in the Carabao Cup as well, so we can all turn our focus to that before we've got next weekend's game with City taking on Crystal Palace at home. Job done, though, is my summary. Phil Foden, excellent. Sky Sports gave him the man of the match. One Football gave him the man of the match. I gave Phil Foden on my live stream yesterday man of the match. Not too sure why Man City gave Bernardo Silva the man of the match over Phil Foden. But there we are. So thank you everyone for watching. It is much appreciated. Leave a thumbs up if you did enjoy this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Subscribe if you're new around here. Press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. Social media links there in the description below and sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. My email also in the description below too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business enquiries. And also go and check out today's video sponsor, Manscaped. All details are in the description. Go and cop yourself 20% off using code JSGC20 at checkout and get yourself free worldwide shipping as well. And I'll see you all again very soon for the next video. So I've been JSGC. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope everyone is safe and well. Hope everyone had a fantastic weekend, and anyone that did go to the game at Brighton away, I hope you had a cracking time there as well. Looked great with the Poznan and everything happening there. Looked like an insane away day, so I hope everyone did enjoy it that did go, and I'll see you all again soon. So I've been JSGC. Peace. Ciao for now.